Exclusive The Young and the Restless spoilers Thursday, July 23rd. Adam's bold move, Sally cornered and Sharon horrified. Adam and Chelsea take a risky gamble to impress Victor. Sally runs out of options, and Nick's shocking confession leaves Sharon deeply disturbed. This article contains spoilers for the upcoming episode of The Young and the Restless, airing Wednesday, July 22nd in Canada and Thursday, July 23rd in the United States. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, July 23rd, reveal that Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, make a bold move, while Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will reach the end of her rope. Lastly, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will be horrified. Learn more about what's going down during Thursday's show below. Chatham impresses Victor Newman. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Thursday, July 23rd. Note that Adam and Chelsea will pull a bold move in hopes of impressing Victor Newman, Eric Braden. Will Sally agree to sell Newman Media to them? The idea is for Sally to stay quiet about giving them the company so they can pretend they stole it from her in front of Victor. Sally presented the offer of selling Newman Media to the Mustache, but Victor fluffed off the idea. As such, Adam wants to buy the company from her and fake a takeover to get his father off her back and also minimize her stress and pain. Still, will Victor believe Chatham when they tell him this tall tale, or will he see right through this scheme? Sally Spectra is running out of options. Meanwhile, Sally and Audra Charles, Zaluka Silver, will talk about their options. Will they have a plan B where Newman Media is concerned? They don't seem to have a lot of other ideas to ward off Victor, other than agreeing to Adam's deal. The two have worked so hard to build Spectra Charles, and the last thing they want is for the Mustache to destroy it. Nick Newman's confession. Lastly, The Young and the Restless spoilers for July 23rd imply that Nick will make a confession that worries Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. Nick keeps mentioning how he wants to be the one to rid the world of Matt Clark, Roger Howarth. So will he admit he's thought of killing the man? Then again, Nick may confess that he's jealous of seeing Matt and Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, together, which would outright horrify Sharon considering the feelings she has for Nick. Genoa City is bracing for another whirlwind of shocking revelations, emotional confrontations, and risky decisions. Thursday's episode promises to keep everyone on edge as Adam Newman takes a daring gamble that could reshape several relationships. Sally Spectra finds herself trapped with nowhere to turn, and Sharon is left horrified after witnessing a development she never imagined possible. With old rivalries reigniting and new secrets threatening to surface, the drama reaches another unforgettable chapter. Adam makes a bold move. Adam Newman has never been known for playing it safe. Whenever life backs him into a corner, he usually responds with a move that no one sees coming. This time is no different. Determined to prove that he has changed while still protecting the people he cares about, Adam decides to make a bold, strategic decision. Instead of waiting for events to unfold, he chooses to seize control of the situation before someone else can. His unexpected plan catches nearly everyone off guard. While Victor may appreciate Adam's willingness to think several steps ahead, others aren't convinced his latest move is motivated by good intentions. Nick immediately questions whether Adam is manipulating everyone once again, while Chelsea worries that his determination could ultimately destroy the progress he has worked so hard to achieve. Adam insists his decision is necessary. He believes short-term pain will prevent a much larger disaster down the road, but convincing others to trust him proves far more difficult than expected. As tensions rise inside the Newman family, every conversation becomes a battle of loyalty versus suspicion. Sally finds herself cornered. Meanwhile, Sally Spectra faces one of the most uncomfortable moments she's experienced in weeks. After trying to balance honesty with self-preservation, Sally suddenly realizes that every option available comes with serious consequences. Questions begin flying from multiple directions, and each answer threatens to expose something she'd rather keep private. The pressure builds quickly. Friends want explanations. Business associates demand clarity. Someone close to her refuses to accept vague responses. Instead of escaping the situation, Sally discovers she's completely cornered. Every word matters now. She carefully chooses her responses, hoping to avoid creating an even bigger conflict. Unfortunately, the more she attempts to protect everyone involved, the more suspicious people become. Her calm exterior begins to crack. Although Sally has built a reputation for staying composed during difficult moments, this situation pushes her emotional limits. She realizes that avoiding the truth may no longer be possible. The biggest question becomes whether she'll finally reveal everything, or continue risking relationships by remaining silent. Sharon is horrified. Across town, Sharon receives information that completely changes her perspective. At first, she refuses to believe what she's hearing. The details sound impossible. Surely there has been some misunderstanding. However, as more evidence appears, denial quickly gives way to shock. What Sharon witnesses leaves her absolutely horrified. Her immediate concern isn't just the event itself. It's the ripple effect that could impact several families throughout Genoa City. Sharon understands better than most that secrets rarely stay buried forever. If this revelation spreads, lives could change overnight. Friends may become enemies. Families could fracture. Long-standing alliances might disappear completely. Determined to prevent further damage, Sharon begins weighing whether she should intervene immediately or gather more information before acting. Neither choice feels safe. Family loyalties once again finds itself divided over questions of trust. Victor continues watching every development carefully, saying little while quietly analyzing everyone's motivations. Nick believes transparency is the only solution. Adam believes strategy must come first. Victoria remains skeptical of nearly every explanation offered. As disagreements intensify, each family member begins wondering who truly deserves their loyalty. Past betrayals continue casting long shadows over present decisions. Even when someone appears sincere, history makes forgiveness difficult. Emotional conversations take center stage. Thursday's episode isn't driven only by shocking developments. Several heartfelt conversations remind viewers that beneath every business rivalry lies genuine emotion. Characters wrestle with regret. Some seek forgiveness. Others desperately try to protect loved ones from painful truths. The emotional weight becomes just as important as the dramatic twists themselves. Relationships that have survived countless obstacles suddenly appear more fragile than ever. A dangerous secret threatens everyone. One mystery continues growing larger with every passing hour. Bits and pieces of information slowly begin connecting. Different characters unknowingly possess separate parts of the same puzzle. Once those pieces finally come together, the consequences could be enormous. The possibility of exposure hangs over nearly every scene. Several residents unknowingly move closer to discovering a secret capable of changing everything. Who will uncover the full truth first remains anyone's guess. Unexpected alliances begin forming. Pressure often creates unlikely partnerships, and Thursday's episode hints that old rivals may temporarily join forces. Not everyone trusts each other. In fact, some barely tolerate one another. Yet the growing threat facing multiple families may force people to cooperate despite years of conflict. These unexpected alliances could dramatically reshape future storylines. Whether those partnerships survive once the immediate crisis passes is another question entirely. Can Adam earn redemption? Despite his controversial choices, Adam genuinely appears determined to prove he's capable of becoming someone others can rely on. The challenge is convincing people who remember every mistake he's ever made. Each good decision becomes overshadowed by memories of previous betrayals. Still, Adam refuses to give up. His latest bold move may either become the turning point that finally earns lasting trust, or the mistake that confirms everyone's worst fears. The outcome remains uncertain. What comes next? As Thursday's episode draws toward its dramatic conclusion, Viewers should expect lingering questions rather than easy answers. Will Adam's gamble succeed? Can Sally escape the corner she's been backed into without sacrificing important relationships? What horrifying truth has Sharon uncovered? And how far will she go to stop disaster before it's too late? One thing is certain, Genoa City never stays quiet for long. Every decision made today creates consequences that will echo throughout future episodes, setting the stage for even more explosive confrontations, heartbreaking revelations, and unpredictable twists. For longtime fans, Thursday promises another emotional ride filled with suspense, family conflict, and the kind of cliffhangers that make the next episode impossible to miss.